अल्हम्दुलिल्लाहि रब्बिल आलमीन वल आक़िबतु लिल मुत्तक़ीन वस्सलातु वस्सलामु अला सय्यिदिल मुरसलीन अम्मा बाद फ़अऊज़ु बिल्लाहि मिनश शैतानिर रजीम बिस्मिल्लाहिर रहमानिर रहीम या निसा अन्नबी लस्तुन्ना कअहदिम मिनन निसा सदक़ल्लाहुल अज़ीम बिबरकति इन्नल्लाह व मलाइकतहु युसल्लूना अलन नबी या अय्युहल्लज़ीना आमनू सल्लु अलैहि व सल्लिमू तस्लीमा अल्लाहुम्मा सल्लि अला सय्यिदिना मौलाना मुहम्मद व अला आलि सय्यिदिना व मौलाना मुहम्मद व बारिक व सल्लिम व सल्लि अलैहि। आज हम यहाँ बैठे हैं जुमे वाले दिन। अल्लाह हमारा बैठना कबूल और मंजूर फरमाए। अल्लाह आज हमारी जुमे की नमाज का अपनी बारगाह में कबूल और मंजूर फरमाए। दिस इज़ दी सेकंड जुमा ऑफ द मंथ ऑफ रमज़ान। आगे हम सिर्फ 2 जुमे रह गए हैं, 2 more जुमास टू गो एंड देन रमज़ान इज़ कंप्लीट। Tonight, inshallah, in our Taraweeh, we will complete 15 juz. Just like this, Ramadan will complete. So, we need to take benefit of Ramadan as much as possible. जितना हो सके आप इसकी एक एक घड़ी को कीमती जाने कि जब ये चला जाएगा तो फिर वो बहारें ख़त्म हो जाएंगी। That love and that motivation for ibadah will finish. It's like this every year. This happens. And this is why Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, He says in Surah Al-Baqarah that Ramadan is here for certain days. ये सिर्फ कुछ दिनों के लिए आया है, फिर चला जाएगा. So when Ramadan is here, we should take benefit from this month. अपने आप को रब के करीब करें. Make yourself come close to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So आज जो मेरा मौजू है today, my topic is in regards to the first wife of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. She is known as Khadijatul Kubra radhiyallahu ta'ala anha, and she is one of the most greatest women to ever walk on this earth. इस ज़मीन पे उन अफजल औरतों में से हज़रत खदीजतुल कुबरा का नाम आता है. She is one of the greatest women to ever walk on this earth, and she is so great that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has made her surpass many thousands of men. मर्द पीछे रह जाते हैं मगर एक औरत का ये मकाम वहाँ तक हम नहीं पहुँच सकते. We cannot even reach her maqam. This is what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has given to this woman. So the ayat that I read from Surah Ahzab, verse number 32, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, Ya Nisa Nabi, A Nabi ki biwiyan, O you the wives of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, lastunna ka ahadim minan nisa, you are not like other women. तुम दूसरी औरतों की तरह नहीं हो. You are not like them. इन इत्तक़ैतुन्ना, if you fear, अगर तुम डरो, फला तख़दअन बिलक़ौल, then do not speak softly. तुम नरम गुफ्तगू ना करो, मतलब ये कि गैर महरमों के साथ. Those people whom are not your maharim, they are not in your relationship, do not speak softly with them. فَيَطْمَعَ الَّذِي فِي قَلْبِهِ مَرَضٌ, lest is that he who has a marad in his heart, that you speak softly and the person who has a disease inside his heart, he becomes lustful toward you. तुम्हें अपनी गुफ्तगू को नरम नहीं रखना. वक़ुल्ना क़ौलन मअरूफ़ा, and you are to speak, but to speak good. अगर तुमने गुफ्तगू करनी है तो अच्छी गुफ्तगू करनी है. You to speak good, not speak softly. This is a learning point for our women. at home. When they are sat at home and the husband has gone to work and someone comes at the door, the woman should not be very, very soft. Naram tabiyat nahi rakhni. The Quran is teaching the wives of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam that your guftagu, your kalam, your speech should not be soft, but rather it should be soft, because you are speaking to someone whom you are not married to. जिससे शादी नहीं, वो तुम्हारे सामने आ रहा है, तो गुफ्तगू नरम नहीं रखनी. You are not to speak softly with him, but speak slightly strict with him. सख्त गुफ्तगू रखो. And then the wives of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, subhanallah, all of the wives of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam will be given Jannah. आप अलैहिस्सलाम की सारी बीवियों को रब ताला जन्नत अता फरमाएगा. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, "An-nabiyyu awla bil mu'minina min anfusihim," that the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam has more right over you than your own selves. The Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam is मेरे और आप पे, आप अलैहिस्सलाम के हुकूक हम पे अपनी जानों से भी ज्यादा है. He sallallahu alaihi wasallam rights upon us are more than our own lives. And then he says, Quran, وَأَزْوَاجُهُ أُمَّهَاتُهُمْ, his wives are your mothers. Nabi की बीवियां तुम्हारी माएँ हैं. They are your mothers. So treat them like mothers. The wives of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, how many did they have? At one point, he sallallahu alaihi wasallam had 11 wives. And then there came a point when he sallallahu alaihi wasallam in one point, in one place had 9 wives. No बीवियां थी. Now someone may ask, why is he sallallahu alaihi wasallam allowed 9 and we are only allowed 4? And that those are the kind who keep the cope with 1. ठीक है? And they're thinking about 2. ठीक है? कुछ वो भी लोग हैं that they always like to go towards the second one but can't even cope with the first one. ठीक है? ऐसा रहा है. Now, why he sallallahu alaihi wasallam had 9 wives? No बीवियां क्यों? Now, the answer number 1 is this, that the Sharia, remember, the boundaries of the Sharia are for us, हमारे लिए है. Like for example, we cannot read namaz after Asr namaz. We can't do it. हम ये नहीं कर सकते because it is haram. You're not allowed to read namaz after Asr namaz. But he sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he was allowed and he could read namaz after Asr namaz. आप पढ़ते थे namaz. It was allowed upon him. Then the tahajjud salah that we read in the morning before the start of the time of Fajr, this was farz upon the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. ये आप पे farz था, हम पे ये farz नहीं. It is not farz upon us, it's a nafil upon us. So what am I trying to teach is that the Sharia, the rules of the Sharia are different for the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam and different for us. He sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he married more than once when he became old. बुढ़ापे में जाके आप अलैहिस्सलाम ने एक से ज़ायद शादी की. जवानी में आप अलैहिस्सलाम ने सिर्फ एक बीवी रखी और वो भी हज़रत खदीजा कुबरा रखी. बस. The only wife he kept when he was young was Khadijah Kubra. In his old age, he went and kept more than one. And the reason behind that was to spread the word of Islam. Islam ka paigam aam ho. I'll give you an example. Abu Sufyan, who was the leader of Makkah, he was the biggest enemy of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam before accepting Islam. What happened? His daughter, Asde Maimuna, she married the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. उनकी शादी हुई आप अलैहिस्सलाम के साथ. And because of this one रिश्ता, ये एक रिश्ते की वजह से अबू सुफियान का दिल नरम हो गया. His heart went soft towards the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam because his daughter was married to the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. और फिर यहाँ पर एक और नुक्ता निकलता है. वो क्या? कि अस्ते मैमूना उनका भाई कौन है? His brother is who? अमीर मुआविया रज़ी अल्लाह ताला अन. और बीवी का भाई वो रिश्ते में क्या लगता है? साला. बच्चों का क्या लगता है? मामू. कुरान ने क्या फरमाया? कि नबी की बीवियां माएँ हैं। इसी तरह ना अन्नबी औला बिल मुमिनीन मिन अनफुसिहिम व अज़वाजुहुम उम्महातुहुम, कि नबी की बीवियां तुम्हारी माएँ हैं। तो क्या पता लगा कि अमीर मुआविया सारे मोमिनीन के मामू लगते हैं। He is the uncle, Amir Muawiyah is the uncle of all of the Muslims, because proven from here, because his sister is married to the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. फिर मौला अली रज़ी अल्लाह ताला अन्हु, आपने शाह फरमाया, he said खैरु निसाइहा मरियम व खैरु निसाइहा खतीजा। मौला अली फरमाते हैं कि बनी इसराइल में से सबसे अफजल मरियम थी। मरियम was the greatest out of all of the women of बनी इसराइल। और फरमाया इस उम्मत में से सबसे अफजल औरत खदीजतुल कुबरा रज़ी अल्लाह ताला अन्हा। She is the greatest woman on this earth. Now why is she so great? मैं क्यों इनकी फजीलत बयान कर रहा हूँ? I'm giving you 5 reasons. And over here we should learn from these 5 reasons. Our women should learn from here. We as men over here should do the upbringing of our children according to that as well. So number 1, why Khadijatul Kubra was so great? The first reason, subhanallah, she was married to the best of humans. She was married to the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. वो आप अलैहि सलाम की साथ शादी हुई, वो सबसे अफजल हो गई. She became great because he sallallahu alaihi wasallam is the greatest, so his wife becomes the greatest automatically. ठीक है? This is one reason. Second reason, she married the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam after 2 of her husbands had already died. उनकी पहले शादी हुई, शोहर फौत हो गया, फिर दूसरी शादी हुई, फिर शोहर फौत हो गया. She was married once, husband died, then second husband, she married him, then he died. Now in our culture today is कि जिस औरत का शौहर फौत हो जाए तलाक हो जाए, उससे शादी नहीं होती. इसी तरह ना, we don't marry women who have been divorced, or number 2, one of the husband has died. Why? Because then we don't see her as a, माफ करना मैं लफ्ज़ I'm going to use, कुमारी नहीं है. ठीक है? She's not pure. ठीक है? We don't marry such a woman. But कुर्बान जाए हस्ते खतीजा पे, that 2 शोहर फौत होने के बावजूद मेरे आका से फिर भी शादी की, और कुर्बान जाए मेरे आका अलैहि सलाम पे कि सबसे पहली शादी की, और वो ये नहीं देखा कि कुमारी है कि नहीं, अखलाक देखा कि मैं भी शादी करता हूँ. This is what we're learning here. That is not about if the woman is married or not, if the woman is divorced or not. No. You need to look at the woman when you are marrying her, how good of a character she is, how good she is, and how good she will be with the husband, if she will become a mother or not. Is she capable of being a mother? Today our teenagers look at the beauty. ये सोने के नहीं है ये अब, and then we as elders today, हम बुजुर्ग हज़रात देखते हैं कि साड़ी ज़ात है कि नहीं, right? Is he in my caste or not? ठीक है? Then people look at the money. Is she rich or not? But he sallallahu alaihi wasallam put all to aside. She was married. She was not in the caste of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. ज़ात में भी नहीं थी, मगर फिर मेरे आका ने शादी की. He still married her. Who? Khadijatul Kubra. Why? Because she was of the best of characters. This is the learning point we're learning here. That marry your children to whom who will become a mother, a good mother to the children. Then third thing, why is she so great? She helped and motivated the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam in all difficult moments. मुश्किलात में खदीजतुल कुबरा ने मेरे आका का साथ दिया. She was with the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam in all difficult moments. Today हमारी औरतें और कुछ हमारे मर्द हज़रात, they're watching Pakistani dramas. Someone sent me a photo कि आजकल पाकिस्तानी ड्रामों का ये हाल है. The photo is कि मर्द लम्हा पे है, ठीक है, बीमार है, और बेगम टेंशन होकर खलोती है. In the drama they're showing this, and in the drama she's saying, I cannot take care of you, go to your mother. ये ड्रामों में ये तरबियत दी जा रही है to the children, that go and get your mother to take care of you. Me as the wife, I will not take care of you. ये अगर ये हमारी तरबियत है ना, तो इन्ना लिल्लाहि व इन्ना इलैहि राजिऊन. This is the only word I've got to say. That the wife should be a companion. She should give satisfaction and help you in all times of difficulty. मेरे आका पे पत्थर पड़े तो खदीजतुल कुबरा आई. मेरे आका को लोगों ने गालियां निकाली तो खदीजतुल कुबरा सामने आई, मेरे आका को लोगों ने ठुकराया तो खदीजतुल कुबरा सामने आई, मेरे आका के कमर पे ओजरी रखी गई तो हज़रत फातिमा तो ज़हरा आई. As Fatima came, when people put the liver of a camel on the back of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, as Fatima came, this is the tarbiyah of that mother Khadijah al-Kubra. But our wives today, what kind of satisfaction do we give to our husbands? जो औरतें मेरी आवाज़ सुन रही है उनके लिए है, that your husband, he needs mental satisfaction when he comes home. The house should be a peace, a loving house. But ये ना हो कि मैं घर जाऊँ तो आग लगी हुई तो मैं घर ही नहीं जाता. ठीक है? It shouldn't be like this. The house should be a loving house. You go home, you feel peace at home. It shouldn't be that I don't want to even go home. That this is the reality. That people hate going home because पता है कि बीवी की मेरी ज़बान है ना, जिन्होंने कहते पंजाबी कैंची आ रहा है. ठीक है? Right? A tongue is like a scissor and then it's going to cut through me. इस तरह में. No. The wife should speak with respect and humility towards the Prophet towards the husband. The example I'm giving, Aisha Siddiqa raziyallahu ta'ala anha फरमाती हैं. She says, no, Anas bin Malik raziyallahu ta'ala, subhanallah, Anas bin Malik is that person who जिन्होंने मेरे आका की 10 साल खिदमत की. He stayed with the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam for 10 years. और लोगों ने पूछा, या सय्यदी ये बताएं कि आपको इतना बड़ा रुतबा क्यों मिला? Why you being given such a great status? फरमाया कि जब भी मेरे आका अपने नालैन उतारते मैं नालैनों को अपनी बगलों में रख लेता. अल्लाह ने मुझे ये इज्जतें अता फरमाई. This is the barakah of being with the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. So Anas bin Malik raziyallahu ta'ala anh, he said that I stayed with the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam for 10 years. मैंने कभी भी आप अलैहि सलातो सलाम को आवाज़ बुलंद करते हुए नहीं देखा, ना मैंने कभी आप अलैहि सलातो सलाम को गाली निकाले देखा, ना मैंने आप अलैहि सलातो सलाम को उफ करके सुना. I never saw the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam shout, scream or swear. This is for all husbands here. That if your wife, for example, is up in a mood, for example, she doesn't want to speak or she's shouting, you go quiet. Ab chup ho jaye, bas. Okay, this is a solution I'm giving. That if there is a problem at home, that you're fighting at home, the solution is, if she's angry, you go quiet. And if you are angry and you are shouting, the wife should go quiet. मैंने ये आजमाया अपनी बेगम के साथ कि जी तो वो बहुत गुस्से जो है ना, मैं दुरूद शरीफ शुरू सल्लल्लाहु अलैहि मोहम्मद सल्लल्लाहु अलैहि वसल्लम, हज़रत साहिबा जो है 2 मिनट बाद बिल्कुल कूल डाउन. मैं सही बता रहा हूँ, अमल करे इस तरह. If she is angry, you go quiet, चुप हो जाए. And then when she is angry, right, then when you're angry, she should be quiet as well. वो चुप हो जाए. इसी तरह काम चलेगा. If this is not going to happen, दोनों ने लड़ी जाना है. So what's going to happen? It's going to end up in a divorce. इसी तरह, I'll tell you just before Ramadan से पहले, एक दिन पहले, there was a case at the masjid. The daughter, she's a student in this masjid. She came there in the masjid upstairs in the office. She started crying. She just come to the masjid. She started crying. We asked her, what's happened? She said, my father, he's fighting with my mom, and they are fighting at home, shouting and swearing at each other. The father is saying to the mom that you have fornicated with another person. ये मैं आपको इसी मस्जिद ये पीछे लेवल की मैं बात कर रहा हूँ. This is the fighting at home. What I'm trying to teach you here is that if both husband and if one of the siblings with the couples are fighting, the other should stay quiet. चुप हो जाए, should not speak. Then number 4, why as the Khadijah al-Kubra is so great? From Ayah, they say is that she financially helped the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Mali li'az she helped the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. But this is another thing I want to teach for those getting married or those that are married, that the finance of the house should be together. Both husband and wife should do the financing of the house together. It shouldn't be that the wife has her own bank card and the husband has his own bank card. She has her own finances, he has her own finances. And then they do not know, they're doing their own shopping. Koi pata nahi what she's buying and he doesn't know what he's buying. Koi pata nahi. No, it shouldn't be like this. The husband and wife should be interacting with each other when doing the financing of the house. इसी तरह हो. In reality, what should happen is you should have one account, both husband and wife, both names should be on the account, and the bank card should be in the hand of the husband. This is because the Quran says, "Ar-rijal qawwamuna 'ala an-nisa," that men have been made qaim upon the women. Why? Because they do the financing of the house. जिस घर में औरत घर खर्चा चलाए ना, उस घर का बेड़ा गर्क मैं देखा है, मैंने अपनी आंखों से देखा है. Those houses where the women do all the financing of the house and the husband does not do a single thing. I've seen those houses break up, and I've seen those houses, the tarbiyah of the children go absolutely disgusting. मैंने खुद देखा, अपनी आंखों से देखा है. This is another thing I'm trying to teach. Here, number 5. Why Khadijah al-Kubra, why she is so great, is that all of the children of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam were born from her except for Ibrahim. इब्राहिम के अलावा तमाम औलाद आप अलैहिस्सलातु वस्सलाम की उससे खदीजा से पैदा हुई. This is how great she is. And then why she is so great? यहाँ मैं आपको बड़ी लुत्फ वाली हदीस सुनाऊं फ्रॉम सही बुखारी. सुभान अल्लाह. अबू हुरैरा रज़ी अल्लाह ताला आपने शाह फरमाया, ये पहली बार आप सुनने जा रहे हैं हदीस. He says, एक बार जिब्राइल आप अलैहिस्सलातु वस्सलाम के घर पे आए. जिब्राइल came and आप अलैहिस्सलातु वस्सलाम ने खदीजा जो कहा, ए खदीजा खाना लेके आ, bring food. What happens? She brings food, वो खाना लेके आई. जिब्राइल कहने लगे, या रसूलल्लाह, ये जो आपकी बीवी है ना, ये जो आ रही है खाना लेके आ रही है, जब वो आएगी ना तो आप उनको बताएं कि रब ताला आपकी बेगम को सलाम भेजता है. अल्लाह सुब्हानहू व तआला said salam to your wife. This is the greatness of Khadijah al-Kubra रज़ियल्लाहु ताला अन्हा, कि रब उनको सलाम पेश कर रहा है. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala sends salam to the wife of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Subhanallah. Look at the sacrifices that these women have given. Our women need to learn this, that the wives of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam are the best of examples for us. महबूब की सारी अदाएं प्यारी, महबूब की सारी बेगमें सारी प्यारी. All of the wives of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, they are the best of examples for us. And over here, the Quran says, لَقَدْ كَانَ لَكُمْ فِي رَسُولِ اللَّهِ أُسْوَةٌ حَسَنَةٌ, that the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he is the best of examples for you. So his wives are the best of examples for us as well. So over here for the mothers, remember, your best example and the one whom you should follow is the wives of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Be like them. उनकी तरह बनने की कोशिश करें. And the men over here, we need to learn from the life of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam how to become a husband. शोहर कैसे होते हैं? From the life of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. This is the learning point from the life of Khadijah al-Kubra. Allah Ta'ala उनके दर्जात को बुलंद फरमाए. Allah Ta'ala अम्मी जान के सदके हम सब की बख्शिश और मग़फ़िरत फरमाए. अभी मैंने मुआद काफ़ी इकट्ठा किया था, चलो फिर गुफ्तगू होगी इसी मौजू पे. अल्लाह ताला कबूल और मंजूर फरमाए. व आखिर अल्हम्दुलिल्लाहि रब्बिल आलमीन.